Greeting interwebs, this is Jackie K, and yes, the Sonic head is glowing again. You know what that means? More Gameland games! So back here in the Sonic Sims, I welcome you all again. Why are we back here? Well, I want to show something a little off. I know I showed the Miis for the first set, so I figured I'd show off Sonic for the second set. What Sonic shall we be? There's actually several possibilities, depending on what we press on the controller. I pressed Z on my GameCube controller, and I got Black Sonic. X gave me Green Sonic, and Y gave me Pink Sonic. If I were player 2, I'm pretty sure I could choose a bunch of other different colors as well. I'm gonna go back to Blue Sonic with the yellow button, and start with that. And you might be able to see that I have done some playing already. I kinda want to do a topic, and it's taken me several attempts to pull it off just the way I want. Not sure if I really want to even go into it, or just put what I have to say at the end, because I felt like I did a lot better when I wasn't playing the game along. But you'll see on screen what the case will be for that particular thing. First, let's get off that slightly mind-sombering topic by bringing up the fact that we have now with powers. Yes, we have now. I don't care how I said it. You guys apparently like me enough to put up with it. Actually, you might not, because that might explain my view count. Okay, that's the first time that happened, and that made this take worth being the take that I use, no matter what. If I botch things up too badly, I probably will redo. Because hey, I'm on a roll with redoing way more than I usually do. Which is funny, because that kind of changes the way I act towards the effort people put into the Let's Plays they deliver. And that is a topic I actually have on my mind because of certain current events. It's a huge reason why I feel like I stumbled a lot when trying to explain this topic. So let me just get it out of the way. This morning when I wake up, I check all the Twitters I missed last night, because people on Twitter are just like tween birds and will talk about anything that comes to mind. Nothing wrong with that. That's why we follow Twitter in the first place, I suppose, so we can find out what our friends, what people we admire, celebrities, what they all think. So, what is this topic? This got me all serious and somber and thinking very deeply about a guy playing a video game while talking about it. Well, I'm not sure how many of you follow this whole Let's Playing community. So I'll start with what it is, and that's that according to Nintendo of Japan, they're working on an affiliate/partnership program for people to play their Nintendo games. Therefore, let's just say I want to make a video about Mario Kart 8. From what very little we know about what they said from 2 tweets, literally, I assume that if I wanted to make a Mario Kart 8 video, I would have to go through Nintendo. And when I do go from Nintendo, we split the money that we make from advertising 50-50. Which brings up a little bit of complications if you're part of a network. But again, we know very little about this. Nintendo just tweeted this morning, and they said they would tweet more information. Well, they didn't say they'd tweet more information, but more information would be coming soon. So in some senses, I'm talking about this way too early, but it does bring up some topics that I haven't thought about for a while that might be worth sharing with you guys. Now that I got that current event out of the way, a little backstory for those of you who are wondering, why is this a big deal at all? Long ago, in the very early days of YouTube, people just uploaded whatever they wanted on the internet, even if it was copyrighted movies. Movies didn't like the fact that people uploaded copyrighted movies, so rules had to be implemented into the universe of YouTube, of course. And that includes things like copyright. Then, someday, when YouTube got really big, presumably when Google bought them out, but probably not that late on. YouTube decided, hey, we can actually earn some money to manage our site and improve it, in theory. And more so, if we got advertisements to play on all those YouTube videos. Early on, it was just only for a select few. Partnership was actually a big deal, and only a very select few had the privilege of becoming a partner. Usually you have to be a pretty big YouTuber if you wanted the privilege of a partner, but even if that was the case, there was other restrictions. A big one, including you had to go without any sort of copyright footage. And at those times, YouTube considered things like movies and video games to be more on the copyrighted than not copyrighted. But hey, apparently they were cool to some sense with video games being uploaded. Sure, we as gamers on the internet had dark ages, but I'm pretty sure YouTube wasn't as much to blame as we would think. Fast forward a little bit, when partnership became more mainstream, networks started to pop up. You may be aware of networks you've been following me for a while, because I myself am part of a network called RPM Network. Now, what networks did for the gamers is offer an opportunity. They offer an opportunity for all sorts of people, but for gamers especially, it kind of gave them a way to work around the fact that YouTube didn't want to make partners out of people who had video game footage on their videos. So going from that, we have other issues that might occur. Give me a second. DraKK is downloading the next disc of ranting information. This could take a little bit, so please wait while he is loading up. Even though he is human, the human brain is sort of a machine. Okay, almost died there. Thankfully, I did not. Now, where was I before I decided to have my little brain fart? And being determined not to start the video over again, had to improvise something really quick. I believe it was with networks. Yeah, networks. And allow me to just backtrack to the whole idea of networks. Stupid little spikes. I will destroy it. For people who don't play games, networks, I guess, offer opportunities to, like, expand out to people. Because a lot of times in this day of the internet, it's going to be hard to get known unless you know someone who knows. And I believe part of a network's goal was to allow channels to grow. At least that's the one I am a part of. Yeah, okay, I got it. Sorry for the delay. The download is complete now, and I know where to go from here. It is very simple. Which is why I'm prolonging it by saying other words. Even though you were partnered, apparently that did not mean you were completely scot-free. A big disappointment I had with networks when I discovered it. Maybe for a little while you were scot-free, and as long as you didn't just directly upload gameplay footage, you were pretty content. Then Content ID became a YouTube policy. Content back before this, there was flat out, you got a copyright strike, or you didn't get a copyright strike. Content ID is a middle ground. It has the potential, as far as I know, to become a copyright strike in the future, but it is not a copyright strike, and instead it just means, in exchange for not getting copyright striked, we're gonna take all the money you would normally earn off this video. And if you're a hobbyist YouTuber, that just seems fine. If you are a YouTuber that works on making these videos for a living, I know that might be hard for some of you to believe, but it is a thing. And it is a thing I want to be. Because I love doing this sort of thing. And doesn't everyone want to do a job they enjoy? That kind of thing. So yeah, Content ID. On paper sounds fine. And execution is bad. Especially when you have it automated so much. But that's a topic for another day. Now, to finally get with how Nintendo and what they've announced has anything to do with what I've been talking about for the past few minutes, there's been a little bit of a divide. Some game companies love the idea of people Let's Playing because it offers a way to promote them. And there's so many stories I hear on the internet about people, including myself, who found the Let's Play of the game, enjoyed the game and the commentary so much that they went and bought the game themselves. Not all game companies believe that Let's Playing actually does good for them, and the idea of someone other than themselves making money off anything that involves their work, they consider that a bad thing. Nintendo is one of those companies that fall into this category. They made it pretty clear pretty early on, oh no. You would think that they just made it pretty clear pretty early on. But actually they went out to, here's the kick in the butt, they went out to YouTubers. Popular YouTubers. But not exactly like the equivalent of PewDiePie in today's day and age, popular. Yeah, they went out to those YouTubers, and they wanted them to collaborate. They even uploaded videos, those YouTubers, doing stuff for them on their own YouTube channel. And then, so they really, this was back when I was a huge Nintendo fan, they really built up my hype, going, wow, Nintendo is so awesome, they totally support this idea of YouTubers and Let's Playing, and that makes them the best game company ever. And then they start supporting Content ID claims, and yeah, sure, in theory, this is fine because no one makes a living off YouTube, we're just playing video games. Now I'm getting horribly distracted, but this is worth it. There are better ways to make videos and play video games, right? I would disagree, but that is something for the end of the video. And people in the Let's Play community were in uproar. All of a sudden, more so the popular YouTubers than the unpopular ones. So, if I was really just defending myself, I wouldn't care. But you know what I do care about? The people I watch that are big YouTubers. Heck, some of them being the inspiration for me doing what I'm doing right now for you all today. They work hard in their videos, and it's gotten to the point where this has become their job. For those people, this hurts greatly. Before you just go say, hey, get a real job. Let me tell you something, sir. If they were to get a real job, they wouldn't be able to make videos for you guys. Because guess what? Most jobs are like 40 hours a week for full time. You think you can just upload a video, full files, full commentary, going through and just checking to make sure that it all works in its hunky-dory? That takes a lot of time too. A huge reason why a lot of things I want to do for the channel I feel like I couldn't do. Checking out is going to be a huge project with its own little backstory and graphics for everything. But I was in the middle of college during the time, and I thought things would be finally clear off when I got out of college. They didn't. And I just canned it because I didn't have the time to work on it. Just imagine if people who actually were able to put all the time and energy to put 40 hours into a video because it was their full-time job. Imagine how much better that would be than someone who doesn't put 40 hours a week into a job. And before you just go, it's a lazy excuse. I know this won't apply for everyone, but look at who's popular and who's not. I will admit some people get lucky. Some people just have the perfect set of personality, weirdness, that they don't need to put time and energy into videos. But there's other people who do. I hesitate to make this example because I'm not sure if everyone knows the same people I do. But if you do watch a lot of people on the internet, take a look at one person. Yeah, I know I'm out there saying this thing. Yeah, I feel like I could talk forever for this, and it's kind of what's happening. I know I can't convince everyone that Let's Playing is something that deserves respect. That isn't a bad thing for someone to actually make a living off of. For those of you people, watch someone who does. I recommend Chugga Conroy, Super Genius, Super Persona 4, Golden LP. If you find a Let's Play that really connects with you, heart and soul, you can't just do that by picking up a video game and playing it. To do something of that quality, you have to invest a little time and energy into it. I'll admit, sometimes I invest more time and energy into my projects than others. But imagine, just for a little bit, if every Let's Play was as bad as my worst quality Let's Play. That wouldn't be a fun world for you guys watching people play Let's Plays, would it? I don't think so. And that's kind of the point I want to make. Because they are earning a living, whether you agree with it or not, they are able to take the time and energy to invest into a high quality video. Otherwise, they might just be rushing, not even taking the time to re-record if frames drop. Every single video they do. And if every single Let's Player did that for every single video they made, this wouldn't be an interesting community. I'm positive Let's Play wouldn't take off the way it has if it was like that. So I may not be able to convince you to change your mind about Let's Playing being more than just a hobby. But if those people could just agree, not everyone, but the few who actually take advantage of the fact that they're making a full-time job doing something they love, being a fabulous thing, that would make me happy. And what's wrong with wanting to earn a living off what you do? Cause it's more than just a guy playing video games. It's more than just a game that a game company made. It's a collaboration of the person, the team that designed the game, and the person who takes the time and energy to take that game and make a video, something of their own. I don't have the biggest viewership. You know what gets me through those times that I get no views on a video? The fact I can say, I made something. The fact I can say, this is mine. I made this. I couldn't have made it with the help of the people who created the video game, but I made it. And that's why I think collaboration, something Nintendo should have been on board with from the start. From what I've learned about Nintendo Japan, and then in general, it's understandable why it took this long. I'm happy it's that way. At the same time, I'd love to actually be completely rewarded instead of partially rewarded for something you take the time and energy to do. However, I, as Let's Player, acknowledge the fact that I couldn't have had the same exact commentary without the help of the video game I'm playing right now. Maybe not necessarily this video, because it's more just ranting about what I want to talk about, and it doesn't really relate to the game too often. But there are occasions it does. And there are some videos that relate more to the games than others. And the fact you're watching me play the game is still a visual thing that you see, even if what I'm talking about has nothing to do with it. So for this and for this alone, I can accept sharing the revenue that I make with a game company thanks to them. And you know what? If I or anyone else really has an issue with that, you know what we can do? We can not play Nintendo games. We can play people who just want us to advertise their games. Don't care that we're making money off it, because they believe that we're actually contributing to them. They believe in us. They believe that we're helping them sell games to other people. Nintendo may not believe that, at least to the point that they're willing to give all the revenue to the creator of the video. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I believe that a gaming video is a partnership. As much as it's Nintendo's, it is not just Nintendo or any other game company. It's not just the Let's Player. It's a collaboration of the two. I'm sorry this went on so much of a rant that I'm not even doing the Sonic games that I promise I do. Oh, speaking of gameplay, guess who's lost in the gameplay to the point that he now has to accept and acknowledge to the viewers that this guy. On the bright side, I almost got all the red rings, and hey, I wasn't planning on doing this on screen again, but it helps. Every red ring I get, no matter how I get it, allows me to bring more of these videos to you guys sooner. It allows me to accomplish my goal of 100%ing this game and showing you everything in this game that I love. Yeah, I'm playing this game because I like it. I'm playing this game because it brings a lot of happy memories to me. I'm going on my way to 100% it, even though I've never done it on screen before. You know why? Because I like this game. And I want to show you guys I like this game. It all connects together now, doesn't it? Ugh. Stars. So yes, I will end the episode now that I'm done with the rant, as soon as I get out of here. And that is easier said than done. Oh, the giddy days. You thought Jackie K was done sucking. Well, you sir are certainly wrong. The only person who believed that is me. And we know how wrong that guy is. Alright. Come on. Yep. This is what I get when I talk just about the game. Nope. Sirs. Can we check, please? No. Blup, blup, blup. Mess up too much more, and you guys will see an example of me doing something Nintendo gameplay alone wouldn't. That's called editing. Cutting things out. Good lord, I just want to complete the level. I know I said I could talk forever about this, but game. I actually am done now. Oh. And I know I could just end it right here, but hey, I'm so close to that freaking red ring. There's got to be a way to get it. There we go. Yeah, I probably needed the spike power, so that was a waste. Oh well, I know I'll get that last red ring now. And we're back, because I found the red ring that I needed. And I realized I needed the voice power that I can't obtain currently to get it. Oh well. This took a dang long time, but I got out what I wanted to say, and I suppose it's good to let out your inner feelings about this sort of stuff every now and then, because I rarely get the chance to talk about it. So I hope you don't mind a little bit the fact that you came here for a little bit of Sonic Colors Game Arcade and got treated to a gigantic rant about Let's Playing gaming, internet, YouTubes, and how it all connects. Nevertheless, if you're sticking this far, I assume I entertained you, and I appreciate the fact that you stuck around. It may not be a finale, but it's going to be a while before we go back in that giant glowing Sonic head, before even all exploding already. So I guess it's fair enough that this is the longer of the bonus videos. But when we return to Sonic Colors, I promise I will have more red rings, and we will do more bonuses. Especially including, and possibly only, more Sonic Simulator games. So I have been Jackie K, and I hope you all enjoy your day. Thank you.